Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at how the physical LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta perform in Pure Saiyans Esbr. Now, Pure Saiyans Esbr, before I say anything, Pure Saiyans Esbr is one of the hardest stages in the game. These guys hit like absolute trucks in this event. So, when we're evaluating how good this unit is, this is one of the best events to evaluate just how good a unit is. Also, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, or the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta unit, is technically, is going to be at 55%. So there is a possibility that your unit will do better. I also don't have any gear on this unit. It's not my unit. There's no gear on them, and they are not full level link 10. So that's all the information you need. We're watching the very stunning opening animation for Goku and Vegeta, which is fantastic, and I love it. I think it's great. And obviously we want to see how they do. Now remember, this first turn they do have guard active, which is obviously something that's going to be pretty good. So they're going to have guard active, which is great overall. Them and the Super Saiyan guard units do have it. It does really help them out, especially in events like this. It really helps to set up the unit, really to just take a look at how well they do. We are going to activate a Whis just to see how they tank with an item. Then we will test them out without an item, of course, later on in the event, but just to see how they do with a Whis. So with guard active, with a Whis, and with 140,000 defense, they still take 100k on a super attack. That is how hard the units here hit. That's with a Whis active. It's like giving a Rainbow Tech Gohan a Whis and him still taking 100k. That's how hard they hit, which is hard. It's very hard. I think their supers here hit for around 700-800,000, if I'm not mistaken. And we can see they're actually a pretty good representation of how well they tank. So 100k, both attacks were type neutral, pretty good. If they'd been hit by an N-type character, it would have been 180,000 or so. So it's quite a lot. But that being said, they did really well. To tank at 55% with an item in Pure Saiyans is really good, especially turn 1. That guard really helps out. Like, that guard changed the whole situation. It made them perfectly fine as a tank. Without the guard, even with their 150,000 defense, would have meant absolutely nothing. They would have been torn. Those two super attacks would have killed them. Those two super attacks would have pretty much knocked out all our health, and we would have died. That is how heavy the units here hit. So, honestly speaking, I think so far, just that turn alone shows how effective the unit is. Now, we are using them on the GT Heroes team, so they are missing a little bit of stats as well. If we were running double LRSS4s, we would have slightly higher stats. But overall, we're seeing a pretty good representation. We're going to use the transformation. Like the Super Saiyan God Boys, I do recommend transforming early in ESBR and SBR. The reason being is, in ESBR and SBR, you're very rarely going to go to the 7-turn mark, where it would be optimal to switch them out. And stacking attack and defense, I think, is outweighed by the fact that they greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn and will massively raise attack and defense for 1 turn, but also the damage reduction they gain, the chance of additional super attacks, the high chance of evasion and countering. They gain so much via the transformation that I think it's worth investing in it early on. As you can see, damage has gone up quite substantially, that they're going to have a high chance to crit on this attack. It's already effective against all types. It's pretty huge damage. Plus, we get the secondary benefit of disabling action. So, although there's a lot of actions to disable, it's still pretty good. For me, at least, I find that it's pretty good overall. And personally, I think you want to transform early on. That being said, guys, the Super Saiyan 4s, much like the Gods units, are just very, very good. This is one of the hardest ESBR in the game, if not the hardest. They hit very hard in here, 700, 800k, and it's just a very, very rough time for a lot of units. And I think they do fine. At 55%, they're not a mega hard carry. They do fantastic damage. They are still susceptible to damage, especially at 55%. But you know what, if you have dupes in them, if you link level them, you could definitely see, even at 55% with link leveling, you'll see a vastly different unit. Like, they won't take that chip damage with an item active. Will you be able to no item it with them at 55%? Probably not. I would say you're probably not able to no item run with them at 55% without a lot of luck. You would need the units to not super in the first slot. If the units do not super them before they fire off their super attack, then they'll be fine. Here we're going to actually test them without an item. So we've obviously got them on the rotation. We're going to see how they go without an item. And this is with guard active first turn. Okay, 55k, 54k. You can see how hard the units are hitting. It's not like they don't have good defense. They got 140, 150k defense first turn. So, but you can see they're taking 50, 60k right off the super attack. I mean, right off the normal attack. If they had been hit with a super there, we probably would have died. It's not a knock against them. Look, this AGL Goku is taking 136k. This Rainbow Easy 8 Vegeta, who has a great Easy 8 by the way, is only going to fire one attack, and so is going to take 120k. It is not any knock against them. That them only taking 50k was perfect. Them only taking 50k was a sign that they are in a really good spot. So that is pretty much it in regards to the SS4s and ESBR. Just wanted to see how well they do, and I think they do a great job. But let me know your thoughts and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.